All right, so in this video, I'm going to help you with converting more leads in your business. So imagine you've hired an agency, you've hired a freelancer, you've hired a contractor, whatever it is, to generate leads for you. You're doing coaching, you're doing personal training, you're in the construction business, you're doing something that requires someone to sign up for you, then you speak with them and then you get them into a consultation, right? That's typically what the sales process looks like. You're a dentist, you're, whatever it might be. One of the big issues here is if I say, you know what, Mr. Lead Business, I can give you a gazillion leads for this price, blah, 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 blah. Do you want to sign with me? Then you say, yes, Oliver, I want more leads. That's perfect. But what happens then? Now I've actually given you an extra job. You have paid me and I have made you more work, right? So before you worked on referrals, right? You got in inbound leads, all of that stuff, and they were pretty warm. They just walked in your door. Now you're making business, right? Now you're in business. Now you want to scale it up. So I come and I give you here, Mr. Business Owner, here is 200 leads every single week for you. There you go. And then you sit with them. Then you go like, okay, wow, now more leads. That's amazing. Wow, thank you. What happens then? Then you lose them. When you lose them, what happens? You call me and you say, hey, Oliver, why my leads not converting? You give me all them leads. Nobody is buying. The problem is you're not converting them. So this is both for if you are a business owner actually buying a lot of leads from agencies or freelancers, or if you're agency and freelancer and wondering, how can I make my service better, right? Well, first of all, if you get in a bunch of leads, you want to make sure you call them right away, or you text them right away, or whatever it is. Ideally call them because that's more direct. You call them up, you say, hey, thanks for signing up to my offer. Hey, it's Oliver. Oliver who? Oliver, you just signed up, right? You just signed up for this, free tooth screening, whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't work with dentists, but I know that's a big problem in the area, right? So imagine you do that and then you make sure they come in. Okay, you want to convert those leads. And if you're an agency, what can you actually provide to these businesses as a service? Well, you make sure that they get called up. And this is a big piece of work, because if you have 10 different clients, right? And one is a dentist, one is a personal trainer, one is blah, 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 right? All of them are dentists, right? Then the lead will ask, oh, well, I just had a chat with my friend Besmia about this the other day. Like, why are you not just doing sales for them? Well, because it's a lot of work. If you don't know, even if you know the business, but you've got to know all of the details, right? So imagine this, you call a lead and say, hey, you just booked this, blah, 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 blah. When can you show up, right? When would you like a time with us? When would you like to take advantage of this? So for instance, you make a giveaway. Let's say you do some kind of giveaway or you do some kind of deal. In Denmark, there are rules for how you can do deals with dentists, or I believe actually in all of Scandinavia. But let's just assume that there are none regulations, right? No regulations. Then you go in, you give them something and they go like, man, I want to have this. I sign up. Then you call them and you say, hey, you claimed you're free, whatever. When do you want to use it? When they want to use it. Because then you're not asking them if they want to use it or if they want to commit or if blah, blah, blah. You're asking them when they want to commit to this free thing because, hey, it's expiring, It's something that you have right now. So then you get them in and they will probably ask you, oh, well, this dentist, this PT location, this physical coaching place, if it's not on Zoom, is that the one, the one next to the candy store? If you don't know the business and you don't know the location and everything, you'll be like, candy store, what the fuck, So you gotta know a lot about the business in order to be able to convert these leads, which is why I would recommend training the customer or the client, training the client on actually converting these themselves, right? Ideally, that's what happens. If it doesn't happen, you got to have a direct line to your client so that you can, make sure you get all of this information, and you really got to train your salespeople on, answering these sort of out of the area questions. And also, if you have a good salesperson, they'll know how to speak around this. They'll know how to answer the customer without actually having to tell them, if the bike is blue or red. that because that's not typically relevant. You will still have the address and everything. So the question is now, how can we automate this? Imagine that you've talked about having salespeople, all of that, it doesn't work out. How can you automate this? Well, first of all, someone signs up. They click your ad, they give you their information, or they click your ad, they go to a landing page, they give you their information, whatever, right? Next step here is qualifying them. You either do that while you sign them up, or you do it after. You want to qualify them, or you want to tell them to self-qualify by sharing who is this for and who is this not for, right? Who is this for and who is this not for? So you send them an email with a video. Could be like this, or it could be a process diagram, or it could be, whatever, an SOP, something, And then you go through, who is this service for? What do you need to do now? So is it for me? If it is, what do I need to do? What is the action that I need to take? People don't want to think themselves, you need to serve it to them because they're getting a lot of offers. So what do I need to do now? After I've done that thing, what else do I need to do? Do I need to prepare anything? Do I need to show up somewhere? If I do, what time, will I be reminded of this? And when this next step happens, I have my consultation. What happens after that? Is it a sales consultation? Will I be sold to? I'm not comfortable with that. So is it a sales consultation? No, it's just a blah, 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 blah. You want to tell that to them. Okay, well, if it's not a sales consultation, when will that happen? Oh, well, first you're going to go in, you're going to qualify yourself. Perfect, right? Then you're going to get this free consultation or free session or free whatever that we've given to you or discounted, whatever it is, you're going to get the offer. We're going to deliver on the promise, right? Then after this, we're going to ask you, hey, is this valuable to you? Do you see how, getting this properly implemented could actually help you further down the line, right? And then if you've delivered a good job, they'll probably say, yes, you know what, this is very valuable to me. Okay, cool. Do you want to go on a call where we actually talk about how we can work together with this? Yes, sure. Because then you've held their hand all the way through this sales funnel, essentially, and they're not scared. They don't have their barriers up because it's a conversation, right? If you're selling something to someone, what you are really doing is just helping them make a better decision. You're simply just helping them make the best possible decision, because if you are trying to use, all of these tactics and manipulation and whatever it might be to get someone to say yes, first of all, if we just look, holistically at the numbers, it's probably not a very good customer because the lifetime value is going to be low. You won't have any retention on it, right? Because they feel like you took something from them. They're not going to be very satisfied, so it's going to harm your brand, right? They're not going to put in a lot of effort because they're like, they see it as a bad thing, or not as a good thing, right? So they will not get good results with what you're delivering. If you care just a tiny bit about what you're delivering, that's gonna hurt you in a way, right? Because you want to make sure that everyone gets the most out of this thing that they just bought. So it's not really a win for anyone. It's a very short-term win because they pay you, right? But what then? These are not the people that you're gonna survive off. These are the people that are going to go in your business, complain, and go out again and complain to everyone else. Not a good idea. So being transparent and just, really just helping people, I think that's a very good way of doing this. So if you are a personal trainer, if you're a coach, if you are a construction business looking for, more things to construct, if you're a dentist, if you're whatever it is that requires a lead first, if you're an agency, make sure when you get the lead, you get in contact with them. You speak with them. They hear your voice. You get in a conversation, you find out what do they actually need and can I help them with this? Is this something that I can deliver to them or help them how to fulfill themselves? If yes, well then it's very easy. Let's go ahead and do it. Does this make sense? If I deliver you value and I tell you it costs $1,000, just as an example, right? But to you, the value is $20,000. Well, then you're gonna say yes to it, right? It's not about using tactics to get someone to say yes to your lead or blah 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 blah. It's really just about delivering value, and making sure that the other side of the table understands that value, because if they don't understand it, it will be very, very difficult to commit to, right? And that's typically where we go wrong. That's why I will begin to make a lot more of these videos, because there are a lot of things that I would like to get out there. I would like to show my face. I would like to, make people think a bit. And it might be hilarious, I'm no perfect YouTube boy, but hopefully it lets someone see me. It gives them some thoughts. Hopefully it brings some value. They can use some of the things that I say. If not, please let me know, because then I can improve it. And if it does, please let me know as well, because then I'll be very appreciative of hearing what actually made sense for you in this video. What can you take and use? Now, all of these things that I've mentioned, I am building out processes for it, and I want to go over it in like a screen sharing format, which is what I like to do. I do that internally with a lot of clients. I just go through basically processes, show them how to do things, because it makes it very actionable, right? I know that for YouTube, LinkedIn, blah, 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 this format typically doesn't work very well, because you want to see people and ideally a bunch of things popping up everywhere. I'm not going to spend a lot of time editing this, so hopefully it's good enough. But if you want to see those process diagrams, if you want to see the SOPs, if you want to have the templates, if you want to have the tools completely for free, subscribe to this, because I'm going to make a video either tomorrow or next week where I'm going to cover all of these. And I'm going to put a link to where you can get access to it completely for free, so that you can get value from this and in turn think, that was goddamn nice of Oliver, So hopefully this all makes sense. I wish you all a beautiful day. Bye.